queens enter, one queen leaves. Game of Thrones might be taking us to the Dragon Pit next season. What is that? Why does it sound so awesome? Find out on Nerdist News. Game of Thrones Season 7 is ramping up for their big winter shoot, and you know what that means. Rumors! Sweet, sweet rumors. And this one is spicier than a Dornish stew. See, according to a source for Game of Thrones Scoop Factory, watchers on the wall, the show will be shooting scenes with Daenerys Targaryen in the King's Landing Dragon Pit. That's right. Daenerys is touching down in King's Landing next season. Holy effing crap, guys. It's a-happening. But what is the Dragon Pit, you ask? Oh, it's just this old domed building that used to house the Targaryen family's little draggies. The dome itself has been caved in since war brought the Targaryen royal line to an end, but if Dany were to take back the throne this season, she could probably still keep her drags there, since they're pretty well trained and all of that. But hey, that right there raises an interesting question. Will we really see Queen Cersei's reign ended this quickly? We can't imagine Dany is going to be chilling within the walls of King's Landing this year without having secured some form of victory, but how's that going to come? With war? Some kind of truce? We can't imagine Cersei giving up the crown that easily, and that's where Game of Thrones' super dense history comes into play. See, any throne head worth their weight in gold dragon coins knows that the oldest tales in Westerosi lore are destined to repeat themselves, and there's one piece in particular that we think might foreshadow where things are headed next year. The Dance of the Dragons was a Targaryen civil war that wiped out most of the royal family's winged buddies and led to the first woman to ever sit on the Iron Throne, Rhaenyra Targaryen, though she was never officially sworn into queendom like Cersei was. During this grueling time for the realm, a possibly deranged one-handed shepherd began preaching throughout King's Landing that dragons were in fact evil demons that needed to be extinguished. Given that this was a turbulent time, not unlike recent events in which the faith militant took over, the shepherd had no problem amassing an army in the tens of thousands, eventually storming the Dragon Pit to slay the Targaryen beasts. Lo and behold, the one-handed dude and his mob even ruled over a good portion of King's Landing for a time. So in the timeline of the Game of Thrones series, who can we think of that's got one hand and a history of dethroning evil rulers? Oh right, Jaime Lannister. We're all pretty much assuming that he's gonna do his Kingslayer thing and take down his sister baby mama, who went full-on Mad Queen last season and got a bunch of innocent people killed, including the last of their children. So if doing so causes him to go a little mad himself or turn to the faith, well, we could easily see Jaime sitting upon the throne, a one-handed shepherd himself. And once Daenerys storms the gates of King's Landing, how would a war vet with a mind for strategy choose to disarm her? Yep, by slaying those drags. And hey, this is all speculation, but again, we know that George R.R. Martin loves to see history repeat itself, and with Dany coming to the Dragon Pit this year, well, anything is possible. But what do you guys think? Will Cersei be dethroned before Dany even makes it to King's Landing? Will we see a Targaryen sitting on the Iron Throne again next season? Will Season 8 just be a non-stop battle with the dead? Let's discuss. You guys like this pin? How about these pins? And that keychain. They're new, and you can get them in the Nerdist store, and then meet us over at 3 p.m. today on Nerdist.com/Twitch, where we're going to be talking Game of Thrones theory with Alicia Lutz, who came up with this whole thing, Incredibles 2, and what Stranger Things Barb is up to next on Nerdist News Talks Back, so make sure and get on over there, and we'll see you guys in the chat room. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to keep getting all your Nerdist news. You want these. It's like pennies on the eyes of the dead.